lights, guys. This is why I need help.
I'm totally flashing you.
Ass all up in my face.
I know. Well, YouTube is on.
Yeah.
So,
I'll let chopped off.
well, it's only because I have my boobs in the camera.
One of these days I'm gonna do this shit barefoot.
Here we go. Ha-ha! Hey guys, you are tuned into Life Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
And I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are here on a Tuesday night with you guys, 7 p.m. in the city of Houston, ready to take on the world.
We are.
Are we?
We are. I
I'm like, it's low energy, it's low energy. Yeah?
You look a little crooked there.
Yeah. Well,
Uh-huh.
they're just like, they got us sitting sideways.
Sideways. Or you're like lean just a little bit.
It's an H-Town thing. We're sitting sideways
We're
on
sitting
IG.
sideways? Is that what it is?
Yes, we are sitting sideways on IG. Yeah. Let me fix this one just a little bit though. There we go.
All right.
How's that?
That's better. Much better. So yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yes?
Yes, I
Super
am.
excited. How was your week?
Excited. You know, my week was, it was a so-so week, honestly. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes, you know, I come say, oh, you know, I had a great week. Sometimes we don't always have great weeks. But, you know, I'm here today. And one major plus is that I did my landscaping. And, you know, you know you're an
Okay, wait.
adult.
You're landscaping in your backyard?
In my house, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it was like, you know, you've reached adulthood when you get excited about landscaping, right? So today, because I absolutely love your landscaping, I had oleanders planted in my yard.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Awesome.
So I'm super excited about that. Like, I have this vision of like what I want my yard to look like. And it's all white, this beautiful blooms in white, and then the back is like all, you know, tropical paradise color. So it makes me happy. So that's one of the goals that I wanted to do for this week. I got it done. I'm excited about my landscaping.
Yay!
Yay! And I'm creating a little mini fairy village in the backyard.
I saw that. So
I'm excited about that. Yeah, I know.
I love it. So did you decide on the door? She is putting like a little fairy door and windows on her tree.
Yes. So that when you go to the tree, it looks like fairies live in the tree. Isn't that cute?
And she calls me extra.
I mean, my gosh, it's like, come on, like you have, like if you don't believe in fairies, we can't be friends. Like
I am a fairy.
yes, like all the magic and stuff in the world. So yeah, I love it. It's my happy place.
Okay, so did you decide?
I did decide.
Okay, which one?
I am going to go with the one that looks like the sugar drop, gumdrop thingies, and I'm going to paint the windows with glow in the dark.
Okay, so is it the one that I picked?
That's the one that you picked. Yeah. So I'm gonna paint.
I love it.
I'm gonna paint the windows with glow in the dark paint so that at night it looks like fairies are home and they have the lights turned on.
That's so cute.
Isn't it
Now her
super
kids
cute?
are probably gonna have nightmares, but it's so cute.
It's super cute. So yeah,
I love it.
I'm excited about my landscaping.
It's the little things in
The
life.
little things in life that matter. Like when you have a week that's kind of blah, it's like you have to find something that brings you joy. And for me this week, it's that. It's nature and flowers and seeing everything bloom all pretty and all the bright colors and then fairies.
Oh.
So yeah, I know. So that's my happy place for this week.
Oh, I love it.
So you have to go to your happy place. You have to find it. And if you don't know what it is, create it for yourself.
Well, I found that I mean, we've had this conversation, you and I, how I'm an extroverted introvert.
Yes.
And so I love having, like, I have to have my room pretty, I have all of my soft rugs and my silvers and all my pillows. People are like, oh my God, you have so many pillows on your bed. I have to have that. And then I have I'm a texture person, so I have the microfiber chase, and I have all the different fills and stuff in my pillows. And then the backyard. I like having I love the pool, but, I need to have, like, the different textures. Yes. Yeah. And the different, the feels of being in the tropics. That's important to me.
And that's one thing I love about your backyard. Even I love it about your bedroom. Like when you walk into your bedroom, it's like this pretty princess glamour type bedroom. I love that. Very feminine, very glamorous, but it's not overdone.
Right.
So that's a plus. And then when you go into your backyard, it's like you're escaping Texas. Yes. And you're walking into a tropical paradise. So you can find that happy spot.
And
right here at home.
I need that because I need to be able to escape like everything else and be.
And so for me right now, like my backyard is my sanctuary. I've got my backyard, my screen enclosure, and then I hung up these pretty sheer curtains in the backyard with my chaise sectional lounge sofa thingy that I have. It's like a little bed and tons of pillows. So yeah, it's just like it's my happy space. Like if I'm stressed out during the week, it's just like I just go there, and it makes me feel good.
And then you get attacked by the dogs.
But they're my happy space too, because no one loves you like your dogs.
None. Although my dog is the center of my stress right now.
Really? What did he do?
Well, some might say I'm a little bit OCD.
Just a little, a tad.
A little bit. And I took him for his bath.
To the groomers?
Yes.
Okay.
To the groomers for his bath. And the first thing that he likes to do when he comes home from the groomers
is roll in the dirt?
Yes, roll in the grass. Roll in the grass. And I'm like, Juju. Because, if you watch the show, that I insist on my dog, cleaning his feet before he comes in the house, and then I baby wipe his feet every single time. Like, he does not allowed to come in the house unless we clean with baby wipes and wipe down his coat. So he decides he's going to roll in the grass, which it's not muddy or anything, but still I'm like,
he just came from the groomers. Well, I think Juju's attitude is like, oh my gosh, I don't want to smell like a poodle. I'm a bulldog.
But I'm like, I just paid all this money.
And now you're rolling in
to
grass.
make sure you have no germs on you. And then you go and get germs on you.
He wants to be one with nature.
Little chipmunk.
Yeah.
So
that's what they do. That's what they do.
So then, and of course, as soon as I'm trying to like use the dry shampoo and the wipes and everything, he's like, but Mom, I just got dirty, please.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
He was like, I dreamt of this when I was at the groomers. The grass is my happy place.
Yes,
I know. Let me go to my happy place.
I know. And it's almost like he just walks straight outside, looks at me, and does a roll.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
You're like, don't you do it, don't
No.
you dare, don't you do it. He's like, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Rolls. I know.
Yes. So some people's dogs are their happy place. Mine at this moment is not.
You love Juju.
Yes, I do.
You
I mean,
do.
I adore him, but ugh.
Yeah.
But my backyard, my hands are killing me right now, like killing me. So I've been having this like battle with my pool, my Polaris, the thing
Right.
that cleans the pool, and so I have to keep like turning it off, cleaning out the filter, doing this, which it's been just a battle. But so I'm not that strong. I mean, I'm strong, I'm not weak, but I've had to like it's really tight, like having to do this thing. So like I'm bruised right across here on both sides. So even like putting my hands here.
That hurts.
Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. Like wrestling with Juju and trying to do anything. Like this is so bruised right across here. I'm just like, so nobody tries to attack me and tell the tales because I am totally at your mercy. I'm in so much pain right now. I'm so
You
weak.
can still carry. You'll be alright.
Yes, Juju will have to attack for me because I am in so much pain.
But my dog attacked someone today. My dog attacked the long guy today.
Oh, he doesn't like your long guy.
No, he hates my long
And he
guy.
doesn't like your.
Well, they
long
both
guy.
hate the long guy.
I would pay attention to that. Sorry,
Well,
long guy.
No, he
but-
put up an electric fence. So they know that when he goes into the backyard, bad things happen if they get too close to the fence. So they associate him with the electric fence. But today, the long guy came over to plant my oleanders, and he's on the front porch, and I step outside to talk to him, and Creed comes flying out of the house, full speed, and headbutts him in the dick. Boom, right in the balls.
He likes to headbutt.
He does. Hit him right, caught him right there. The guy's like, ugh. Yeah.
He likes to headbutt.
I was like, oh my God. Did he bite you? But it was low-key kind of funny too. Sorry, Horatio.
She's mean. She is mean. You know what? Dallas was mean today. You're mean. I have mean girlfriends.
I mean, like, really, have you ever seen your dog headbutt a guy in the privates? Right in the balls?
No, but see, I can't let Juju be around too many guys because Juju's like protective.
Yeah. He
So-
caught him right
I
there.
mean, you've seen
square in
Juju.
it.
Like Juju can't be around guys too much, so
Yeah, yeah.
he's a little protective. So
But the plus size is he did not bite, just the headbutt.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the good thing.
So.
And he's up to date on his rabies.
You don't have a huge bill.
No.
You're not getting sued yet.
He didn't amputate anything.
You're not getting sued as of right now. So, I went to, this weekend was 713 day, 713 day. She's not going to know what this means, but so Lil Kiki,
I am
who
at a
is...
complete loss.
I know. I know. So, Lil Kiki, a rapper here in Houston, are you aware of who that is? Okay.
No.
So, it was his day here in Houston.
Okay.
So Saturday, I went to his event, and so a lot of Houston like legends in hip hop were out there and performed. So I went to that event, and I went. Oh my God! Okay, so I get to tell this because Zeke's not here and he can't do shit about it.
That's always a plus.
I know. So our buddy Zeke, and if you guys want to go tattle, go tattle. But our buddy Zeke is seeing someone.
Really?
He's seeing someone.
So Zeke has a girlfriend. What's her name?
Well, I'm not going to say her name because I'm going to protect her privacy. I'm not going to protect his privacy. But I'm going to protect her privacy for now. But she's really, 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 really cute.
Okay.
Like,
that's a
really
plus.
cute. Like,
Go Zeke.
super cute.
Okay.
Really smart.
Okay.
Really smart.
So we know he has good taste.
I like her.
Okay.
And, like, for me to say that about someone that Zeke brings around. So, and she hung pretty good. I mean, now, I don't know how much she's gonna like having to go to all these, like, events and stuff. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. But anyone who sees Zeke out and you see her, be really, really, really nice to her. Be really accommodating to her, please, because I like her.
So there's now a Zeke +1.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
And I like her, so be very accommodating to her. Yes.
So now do we get to like tease him and like
Yes.
stuff like that?
Yes. Because you know how much he's teased me?
Yes.
Yes.
It's your turn now.
If he's even known I've gone on a date, he's teased me for like a year about it. So, and he makes up names for them, nicknames, and teases me forever. But yeah,
I think that's pretty cool.
I like her. She's really cute.
That's cool. And Zeke's he's a cool guy. He's really funny.
He's
got
very
a
funny.
great
He's got
sense of humor.
Huge heart.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Aww.
So far, I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
So,
How does the little heart thingy go? Because you go.
yes.
Aww.
Yes, Zeke.
Yay. At least someone's happy in love.
I know, right?
Aww. Yes.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. So that was exciting. I was super excited.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Zeke,
it was really cool.
Zeke Bobby +1.
Yeah.
Maybe we can nickname her Zeke Baby.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know though. She's kind of like us. Like she's a little entrepreneur, independent. Like she may not want to be.
Baby? What about Babe?
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
We might need to let her help pick her name. But
cool.
Yeah, but I like her, so. Anyways. You guys heard it here first. And Zeke is probably going to murder me tomorrow.
There is a Zeke Bobby +1.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So you are tuned in to Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are gonna move on before I have a hit out on me. In the news. In the news here, prayers for those people in Louisiana who were hit by Barry.
Yes.
Luckily, it wasn't as bad
as it
could have been.
Right.
Not to make light of it, because we're not. But it wasn't as bad. Like New Orleans didn't get it as bad as they thought that it might have been. But a lot of people did get affected by it.
Right, and for those people who are affected, we wish you a speedy recovery from that.
Yes.
That you'll be able to rebuild quickly.
Yes.
And get your lives back to normal.
If there's people out there that are affected, that are watching this, or you know anyone affected, let us know. If there's anything any of us in Houston that can do to help you out, let us know. You know, hit my DMs, and we can try to jump in there and help you out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Submarine, the Submarine cocaine bust.
Yeah, I saw that. That was insane.
Yes, it was. And this isn't #WTH, so we won't like spend a lot of time on this, but there was a submarine, a homemade submarine.
Now, how do you make a homemade submarine? Like, how?
Well, I don't have a criminal mind, so I would not know how to make one.
Like, when they said a homemade submarine, I was thinking, okay, I can understand you buying a submarine, like, resale military, because you can buy old military vehicles. You know, like, you can buy old tanks and things like that.
I cannot understand buying a submarine to take cocaine across the ocean.
Had they, and you know what, though, that's a pretty ingenious move. They've probably gotten away with it.
A lot.
And then this one time, that guy was on it.
But you guys should Google that. That Coast Guard guy was like G.I. Joe.
Like, he jumped on it like Rambo. You know what, it gave me a new appreciation for the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Because normally you think about, the Army,
gave her a little something else. But
the Marines, then it's like the Coast Guard is like, ooh, well, now.
Yeah, I
know. Do that again.
Missy Elliott is on the cover of Marie Claire.
Yay, way to go, Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
I love her.
She looks great. She looks healthy. She looks beautiful. Empowered. She looks very empowering. And what was her message was that she wanted to.
Her message was that you have to believe in yourself.
Yes.
Believe in your craft. And it doesn't always have to be about the number of people who follow or support you. You have to be your own biggest fan.
Yes.
And that you have to root for yourself, you have to put yourself out there, and you just have to go for it. And one thing that she said that stuck with me is that she says, everything that I have spoken, I have done. And I am a strong believer in that you speak things into existence.
Yes, and she said whether you have 100 followers, 400 followers, 10,000 followers, whatever, that you to work on your craft, and that she wants to support those people working on their craft.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool, because it's not always about, we get caught up in this life of social media and this craziness about how many followers we have and how many likes we're getting. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually talented.
No, it does not. And it doesn't mean you're actually making any money at what you're doing either. So I don't know, but it's like there are so many people out here who are living or attempting to live that reality TV life.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't do that. I mean, reality TV is not real at all. So you have to be true to yourself, and you have to be your own biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So no, she had a really very strong, very empowering message for women.
Yeah, I loved it. It was amazing.
And she's working on a new album, so I'm stoked for that.
Yeah, me too. I love Missy.
This will be is it her 7th or 8th studio album?
I'm not sure.
But
I can honestly say I'm not
all
sure.
I know is there's going to be new fire coming out of the Missy Elliott camp. I'm excited about it.
Yay. Okay, so sleep talking. Do you sleep talk?
I sleep talk.
Okay, I don't think I even get into the REM sleep enough to sleep talk, because I really don't sleep. You sleep.
I go into a deep sleep.
Like this. Like you literally, I can be talking to her and she's like out.
Like, yeah, like mid-sentence.
Completely, yes.
Yeah.
Like we have been mid-sentence. In DC, we were like mid-sentence talking.
Yeah, even in Cancun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like you're out, and I'm like, okay, well I guess we're done talking. But I can't. I mean, I can't sleep when I want to, when I need to.
But you know why I think you can't get to that deep sleep, honestly, is because you have to have that ambient background noise.
Yeah.
So I think because you sleep with the TV on, so I think it's that constant interference. That constant noise going is like it keeps you right between that stage of being asleep and being awake.
Yeah. But my head never shuts down ever. Like it just.
Well, for me, I just have to. Fortunately, I have learned to just.
Yeah, you sleep on planes.
Yeah.
I can't sleep in anything moving. I can't sleep. I mean, I can't sleep if. I mean, I have to have like perfect. Like anyone who ever comes to my house, they get on my bed and they're like, "Oh my God, you have the most comfortable bed ever." Like everyone always tells me that. They're always like, "I love your bed. It's so comfortable." I'm like, I have tried out a million beds to get this bed, because I have to have the right temperature, the right comforter, the right bed, the right everything, because just to sleep. But anyways, okay. So sleep talking.
No, I am a sleep talker, and they say what 66%.
So they say about 66% of people sleep talk,
and I am in that 66%
on some level. But it's always normal as children. Usually between 3 and 13 is when you start sleep talking, or when you do sleep talk.
Right.
But most people discover it when they share their first home. So like most people don't know that they're sleep talkers until they're in their 20s or 30s, when you're first, either like when you're in college and you have other roommates,
right,
or when you're first married, when you're first you first have a home with somebody. And so they think that they're not a sleep talker until they're, have a home with somebody.
It's, because, people who sleep talk don't necessarily sleep talk every single night.
No. But and this doesn't count, like if you're having, now I've had this before, like when I have had a nightmare or something and I'm screaming, you have tremors. Or, not that kind. We're talking about actually talking in their sleep. Okay. But they say if you start sleep talking in your 50s,
it can be an early onset dementia.
Yes, or Parkinson's. That it's a sign. There's a chance that it's a sign of Parkinson's or dementia, so that you actually do need to seek medical attention. Let your doctor know if your partner has said, like, all of a sudden, hey, you've started talking in your sleep. that is something to be
Concerned about.
concerned. So you do need to let your doctor know, because that could be an early sign of Parkinson's or dementia.
Yeah, but I think most people know
If
whether
they
or not
talk in their
if they're sleep talkers. Yeah, I know I am. And then typically people who talk in their sleep, it's never coherent speech.
Yeah.
It's always
I don't know.
randomness. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. But, okay, so what is going on? Have you seen this old people app?
Yes, I've seen that.
Okay, so I don't know if Mr. Lee is on here or not, but he has, that's the first time that I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
He was putting up people's, like, different rappers and stuff in Houston, and I was like, don't you dare put up mine. But what is this fascination with wanting to look old?
I don't know. I think it's just fun. People like to see, what they look like age progress.
None of you fuckers better put mine up.
Put her up.
Don't you dare. I do not want to look old. I don't care what I look like old.
Please put her in the comments.
No. No. I do not care. Put me 20 years younger.
Age Skylar in the comments.
No.
I would love to see it.
No. I will block you, delete you.
She will not.
Yes, I will.
I won't let it happen.
She doesn't know my password. You don't know my life. Like, no.
Age progressed Skylar.
I do not want to be age progressed.
But you know what though? I think
I don't want to be age progressed in real life, and I don't want to be age progressed on an app.
You know what? Fortunately, if we live long enough, we will grow old gracefully and beautifully.
Okay, well, when that time comes, I will have pictures of it in real life.
Yeah,
I do not want that.
But there's like that age progression app though. Like I've seen it all down my timeline. It makes everybody look like old and haggard. And it's like,
yeah,
I know
people
I'm not
are like,
gonna.
No. That's not cute to me.
I'm not gonna look like that when I get that age. One, because of melanin. Thank you. And two, Botox.
Everybody on my timeline has melanin that's putting that shit up.
Botox.
No.
Melanin and Botox. Recipe for youth and longevity. I'm gonna look like
I'm gonna be wearing a mask.
Cicely
I don't want to
Tyson
look like that.
when I'm in my 90s.
I'm
good.
Do not put mine up.
Do it.
No.
And give her one of those silver granny buns. I want to see that too.
No, it'd be real quick how to get you off of my social media. So, you are tuned into Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are going to move quickly into hashtag WTH. Is this when I say, whoo, child?
Yeah, we'll try. R. Kelly.
Hashtag WTH.
Ooh, wow.
He is in Chicago in jail with no bond
bond.
where he needs to be.
He ain't getting out.
20 tapes now. 20 tapes.
It's been a long time coming for him.
It has been a way long time coming.
Too long. And hopefully now his victims will get justice. And all of the people defending R. Kelly is like mind-boggling. The man is a predator. He took advantage of these girls. I don't care if he paid them or not. He still had an undue influence. He took advantage of children, minors.
He's disgusting.
Absolutely. And but his time has come, and I'm glad about it.
I mean, I have not listened to him or dealt with him in years and years and years and years. But I like you said, mind-boggling, watching people defend him
and
or
victim blame,
compare him to other
and
people,
slut shame. Yeah.
Or I'm just like, it is just.
Yeah. I don't care what other rapists have gotten away with other pedophiles have gotten away with. That is besides the point. Right now, we're talking about R. Kelly and his victims. Period.
It is just absolutely gross.
But I am a firm believer in that everything done in the dark eventually comes to light.
Yeah.
And that your sins will catch up with you. No matter how much money you have, no matter how much status you have, at some point you will have to pay.
Well, and the thing
is,
if he had taken, with the way that our society is, if he had back in the day done the time for his crimes, then he would have already been out and living his best life. But instead, he decided he was going to prolong it. He was going to hurt more people. He was going to get worse, do worse things, victimize more younger girls.
You would have thought he would have stopped when that whole Sparkle situation came to light. Like
No.
back in the 90s.
No, all he did was his ego got bigger.
Because he felt like he
more.
got away with it, and he continued to abuse. And it just goes to show he doesn't have any remorse.
No.
No regret for the things that he's done.
Has no conscience.
None. And you know what? And there is a part of him, I'm certain, to where he believes he hasn't done anything wrong. And that's the scary part.
He's one sick bastard. So hashtag WTH. He's where he needs to be. Area 51. You guys. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So who's going to storm Area 51?
Show of hands, please.
Like, who?
That is crazy.
It's the same, but I think it's all started as a joke. You've had all of these people, millions of people on RSVP. But the lunacy of it is that there will be people who actually show up.
Yes.
That's the crazy part.
So the Area 51, in case anyone's watching that doesn't know, it is like out in the desert or whatever, where they have like alien life form, UFOs, whatever, out there that we're like testing or I don't know,
top
hiding.
secret things. Yeah.
And so somebody created an invite and said, like, let's all go and storm Area 51 together. Like,
they can't shoot us all.
Yeah, they can't shoot us all. And there was over a million RSVPs to go and storm Area 51. So then the Air Force is like, don't you think about it.
Right. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think mainly it's just a joke, and the memes have been pretty hilarious.
Yeah, the memes have been really funny.
They've been very, very funny. So it's a nice laugh.
Yeah,
but please don't.
Yeah.
Don't be that person who shows up.
No. And if you are, leave everything in your will to me because you're not coming back. You're just not.
Well, I doubt that they'll be killed, but you're gonna probably go to jail.
You might be killed. Have you seen the signs outside of Area 51?
Yeah. I don't know though.
You might be killed. So,
that
hashtag WTH.
I would think that would just be bad publicity, especially if these people are going there unarmed. I think that our military would be a little bit more forgiving, I would hope, to not just shoot these people on sight randomly.
Really?
I would think.
You're giving
our
administration way too much.
No. I don't think that level of barbacy exists in our administration. No, not amongst our soldiers. I don't think so.
So, hashtag WTH. Did you hear about the 17-year-old who was killed by her obsessed IG follower?
That's nuts, and it's scary because, so on Instagram, like for those who, if you haven't been following, no pun intended, but the 17-year-old girl, she met this guy on Instagram who was obsessed with her, and he murdered her. But not only did he murder her, he put her corpse on other social media sites on display to brag about the killing.
Okay.
There are some sick people in the world.
Hashtag WTH. See, they met someplace, and then they met on some street or something, and then they were like at a dead end is what I read, and they were like talking, and then like they got into some kind of an argument, but he's like obsessed with her.
Yeah.
And then he just started stabbing her and stabbed her to death. Okay, so now do you understand why I'm like so freakishly like secure with my privacy and my like, hello?
Yeah. I mean, that is why I don't respond to people slide into my DMs. It's scary. It's scary. And just, you don't know what, maybe he had the plan all along to murder her. Who knows? Or maybe it was just a rejection.
I think it was probably more rejection.
Because there are something, like I read an article, another WTH, what the hell? This, young lady was walking home one evening from a nightclub in Manchester, and she just politely told the guy, "I'm sorry, but I'm not interested." And he cold clocks her, punches her dead in the face, knocks her out. And as a woman, it makes you afraid to tell a man no.
I'm not afraid to tell a man no.
But you know what I mean? And when I say it makes us afraid to say no, it makes you worry as to his response. As to say, you know what, if you tell him, you know what, no, I'm not interested, you want to try to put him down as gently as you possibly can because you don't know how he may react.
Yeah.
Men behaving violently because you've told them, I'm not interested, it's a real thing.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, it's a very,
and it goes beyond entitlement.
It's
in toxic masculinity. It's mind-boggling that, how many women have you ever read about that murdered a guy because he said, I'm sorry, I'm not interested?
Yeah, no.
You just don't. It's like men can't accept it.
No, they can't. It's just, I mean, honestly, I'm sitting here kind of like dumbfounded right now because I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, I don't even know, like, because I mean, I've got some really gangster friends, and so I know that they would take very good care of me. But it's like when you're in a situation,
if you're out by yourself, like, I mean,
well, if you're in a situation where you don't know, like, you don't even, like, you're just out, and this person just is like, hey, I'm obsessed with you, like, right. you don't have any kind of a.
Right.
You're just like,
But for me, if I were a man.
Because like you said, like the guy, she rejected him and he cold. How do you even, you don't expect that situation.
No, just to say, no,
you can't just never go out of your house.
I mean, like, if you tell a guy, well, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, but I'm married. Oh, well, you're not wearing a wedding ring. It's like, dude, I said I'm not interested. Or, or sometimes, me and my girlfriends will go out, and it's like, back in the day, years ago, like me and my girlfriend going out, we would just say, okay, well, we're a couple. We're together. Oh, well, let me show you what a real man's like. I mean, that kind of thing. It's like, dude, no, I already told you I'm with someone. I'm with a woman tonight. She is my date. I'm married. I mean, like, how many other scenarios do I have to go through when I tell you, I'm not interested, please leave me alone. And if I were a guy, if a woman were to tell me I'm not interested, okay, fine. There are plenty of fish in the sea, and you would want to be with someone who wants to be with you.
Well, yeah, but that kind of stuff isn't even as big of a deal. It's the actual violence.
Yes, but what I'm saying is for when they persist and then they get violent. We should be able to say no without any repercussions.
Hashtag WTH. We're getting totally off subject here. Did you hear about the Tennessee
meth gators?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're in Tennessee, you have been warned not to flush your meth down the toilet because that's what people in Tennessee do.
But is it just meth? I think it's all.
No. It was meth, particularly meth. Don't flush your meth down the toilet because for whatever reason the alligators are now becoming addicted to meth. It's the strangest thing. Like, you got...
They have that much meth in Tennessee that they're flushing down the toilet?
And the alligators are now addicted to meth. So you've got meth gators, or you could have a crocodile.
You're such an idiot. So what, here in Houston, they would be, like, addicted to weed or something?
Yeah.
Like weed heads.
Weed heads.
Or no, screwed... Wait, what? They do, like, lean here, right?
Yeah.
The purple...
The purple drink gator.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, narcotics are actually affecting the wildlife. That has to be a lot of methamphetamine to get a gator.
But I thought addicts, like, do the drugs. Like, what are they doing flushing it down the toilet?
I don't know. They're flushing it and disposing of it, and the gators have become addicted to meth.
Hashtag WTH. Don't flush your drugs. I thought you're not supposed to flush drugs down the toilet.
You're not supposed to flush any type of prescription down the toilet anyway, because it does affect the ecosystem and wildlife.
Yeah.
And it creates drug-resistant strains of bacteria.
Yeah, because aren't you supposed to, like, if you don't use your drugs or something, you're supposed to take it back to, like, the pharmacy or something, right?
No, well, nowadays they give you a solution to where if you don't finish your medications, they give you a solution to neutralize the compound and the active ingredients in the drugs.
Oh.
But I keep all of my medications, like, even though they say you're not supposed to, like, I'm bad at not finishing, like, all of my antibiotics sometimes, and I know, yeah.
Hashtag, that's a hashtag WTH.
Yeah.
So, okay. Speaking of privacy, which we were just speaking about a minute ago, AT&T it has come out that someone who works for AT&T here in Houston and he's like keeping himself private, of course.
This is AT&T Gate.
Yes, it is here in Houston. They have an app that when they come in to sell a service or put our service in, they are mapping our homes.
Right.
And they've mapped over 1,000 homes to date here in Houston. So they know like where our front doors and our back doors are, where our master bedrooms are, where our secondary bedrooms are, our living rooms are. So they like
bathrooms, everything.
Yeah, so they literally know the layouts of our homes. So is that for burglaries? Is that for...
Well, A&T made a statement, and they stated that the reason why they said they aren't actually mapping the home. What they're doing is they're bouncing Wi-Fi signals from one point to the next because certain things like walls interfere with your Wi-Fi. So they have to map, they have to check the signal to figure out where it's the strongest at, to determine where your equipment should go. That's what AT&T is stating. And that they're also coming out with a 5G network that's supposed to give you even faster internet. And because of that, they need to know the signal strength in your home, and they have to know the layout is what they state. That
Okay,
was
but
their
that's
excuse.
still a little bit dangerous because what if they just have someone working for them that just decides they want to go in and rob everybody?
Or like that episode of Criminal Minds where that guy was coming
Rapist.
in, mapping the homes and like installing security cameras and other things and using their signal to bypass security systems and murder his victims.
So crazy.
Yeah.
AT&T, not loving that.
But we aren't conspiracy theorists though.
No.
We're not.
No, this
No.
is like real life.
Yeah. So
Criminal
no.
Minds is real.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Hashtag WT.
That's why I'm switching to Xfinity.
Because I'm sure they won't have that software either.
No, not them.
You're tuned in to Lyfe Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are going to move on to Lyfe 101. Lyfe 101 is our relationship topic, is our topic that we discuss relationships, whether it's intimate relationships, whether it's relationships between coworkers, friends, anything between other humans.
Yeah.
Now, today it's going to be about intimate relationships.
Okay.
It's going to be about dating or having relationships. We're going to go down the spectrum. So dating to relationships and then long-term relationships and marriages. Okay, so we're going to take it down step by step. We're going to stay on topic. I know we're not so good at that lately, but we're going to.
I'll try.
So
Sean.
Okay. So it's long-distance relationships.
Okay.
How do you do with long-distance relationships? Are long-distance relationships...
are they doomed to fail?
Yeah, are they? Or dating, like, will you date? Because, you know, with dating, you know, I'm dating, starting to dating, having relationships, you know, and this is the different levels with it. It's like, with dating, I mean, for me, long distance is like the Galleria. I mean,
that's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So with long distance relationships.
But I've never wanted to have a long distance, you know, like
right.
In the past, having a long distance relationship, I've always said, no, absolutely not. I won't do it.
I think with long distance relationships, I don't think people set out to have long distance relationships. Sometimes I think they happen by circumstance. Like maybe you meet a person who just happens to live a great distance from you and you really click and you decide, hey, this is the person that I want to date. So they can start that way, or long distance relationships will form when you've been a couple within the same location and then someone gets sent away for whatever reason. It may be career. It could be like if you're young teenagers and you're in love and one person's going off to college, it could be that. Or but typically for adult relationships, when it becomes a long distance relationship, it's due to career.
Yeah.
So can they work? I believe they can, if you are dedicated and committed to making it work. And if all of the circumstances and the pieces of the puzzle align so that you can have a successful long distance relationship.
If the relationship's already started, but dating, if you've just met and you just try to date.
Right.
Do you believe that people can date in different states or cities or zip codes?
I think so. If you are, I believe you can. If you are really truly excited about that person and excited about that relationship, you can. And the reason why I say this is because I know people where it's happened. Like when I met my husband, we lived in 2 separate states. We dated long distance for months. And then the first 6 months of our marriage was long distance. And at some point when you're in a long distance relationship, you're going to have to say, okay, now we're going to be a couple and live under the same roof. But you have to get to that point. And then, I'm in a travel group, okay? And, you hear all of these wanderlust stories of people who met on vacation. Like a girl will be traveling someplace and then, she'll meet a guy and then they keep in touch, okay? Like, recently, I know a couple who just got married last weekend. The woman lives in LA and the guy, her now husband, lived in Ireland. And they met while she was on vacation in Ireland, and then they kept in touch, and she would go over there and visit him, and he would come over here and visit. So if you are committed to making it work, it can work. But I think for most people, in most scenarios, they don't.
I could not. See, I cannot do that. Like I cannot. I've had situations where I have adored the person, but I cannot. Like, I need attention.
You need them there daily, right?
Yeah.
Or not daily, but you know what I mean?
Not daily.
But within arm's reach, so to speak.
Yeah. Like, I need someone to be, like, I'm not a phone person at all. Like, I'm not a texter, talker. Like, I don't want to be on the phone. So, if we can't actually have face-to-face time.
Right.
Then it's not going to work for me.
And then another thing with long distance relationships too is that spontaneity. Some people's situation in their lives, whether they have a career, they have kids or something, they need to maybe be able to do things at the last minute or spontaneity. Whereas when you're in a long distance relationship with someone and you're traveling to see that person, you have to make plans.
Yeah.
And those plans have to be pretty much set in stone. And you can't really alter or deter from them too much.
No.
When you have that distance between you, because it's not like if you lived in the same city or if you lived around the corner, hey, I've got a couple hours free right now, let's get together and go do whatever.
Exactly.
And you may actually adore that person and want to, but just circumstances don't
allow
you.
Well, and like for me personally, I'm very independent and I do everything for myself. I take very good care of myself. So what I need from a partner is I need someone to fulfill the things that I can't fulfill for myself. I want someone to go with me places. Yeah. I want someone to be my +1. I want someone to, play with and to cuddle with and to have, like, if you're
long distance, you can't do those things.
No.
Right.
So for me, you can't fulfill my needs if you're not
there.
Here.
Present. And and I get that, and it really depends, and I think too, for me, it depends on how excited I am about a person. You know what I mean? Like, because if I were dating somebody, and let's say even the Galleria, if I'm not interested, the Galleria is too damn far. That's only 45 minutes. But if it's like somebody that I'm really, really interested with, hell, I'll catch a flight. That's how I am. I don't mind.
Yeah, see, I'm not that way.
I don't mind the distance. So it depends upon.
It
depends upon how I feel about the person.
The chemistry. That's how we're different. Different person. But see, you're also very, you're a very planning kind of person.
Yes.
So you would rather people be out of your space, and you plan, and you like to be in control. You're very controlled.
No.
Whereas I'm not that way. I would rather have someone there with me and we can do it together and
Right.
So that has a difference with our personality.
Yeah.
Because with me, I don't like that whole we can do it on, because even as a friend, you're like, okay, well, how is your, how about we do this in 2 weeks? I'm like, what the fuck? No, how about you just come over tomorrow? Let's
let me get my planner out.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
But I have to be that way though. Yeah.
Yeah. But even when you don't, I'm like, just bring the boys over. Yeah. And you're like, well, how about at 2:00 on, I'm like, just freaking bring the boys over. You know? Like, just bring them over. I'm Auntie Skyla. Just bring them over.
Yeah, I am a planner.
Yeah. But it's even when you don't have to be, you know? Yeah. So, but with me, I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, and you're like, well, how about, just whatever.
Yeah, but no, I like planning, and I like that structure, and I like knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And see, and with me,
it's just like when we travel together, like, yo, how much time do I spend planning? Like, time. It's like my head is gonna explode. Just pick something. No. So yeah, I do. I like things to be in order. I do.
Yes. But certain things.
Yeah.
Certain things. Yeah. But then certain things, it's so weird. It's like certain things that matter to me don't matter to you.
Yeah. But our personalities are like, it's funny because our personalities are like completely opposite, but we mesh well.
Yeah, we do mesh well because the things that don't matter to me matter to you, and the things that don't matter to me matter to you. So it's like, so it's like, I'm like, I don't care. That's fine. It can matter. I'm good with that. And then the things that really matter to me, you're like, I don't care. That's fine. Yeah, so it works. But so then when you're in a relationship, so if that person has to be gone all the time, once you're in that relationship, so for instance, I have a girlfriend, her husband has to travel for work all the time. How do you make that work? Because, like, that's another thing. I could not deal with that.
Okay, and see, for me, I'm fine with it. You know, I don't mind at all. Like,
because you like having all your space.
I like having my space. Like, I like having my space. I like having my time to myself. So, you know, I can be with someone who has a job that takes them, you know, away for a month. I'm okay with that. You know, we'll talk and stuff while you're gone, and then, you know, I'm going to look forward to seeing you when you come home and give you a really, really wonderful homecoming. You know what I mean?
For me, I'm like, so I'd rather just be single.
There. You know, I don't have to have you there all the time. I'm okay with space.
Yeah, and see, for me, I'm like, well, I might as well be single.
No. Like, I'm okay with, like, me, honestly, like, I am the type of person to where if my husband had a job in, like, I don't know, New York City, and had an apartment there, and that's where he lived all the time, and we only saw each other on the weekends, I'm okay with that. Like, A-okay with it.
Yeah, because you would live two totally separate lives, though.
Yeah.
See, and I couldn't live that.
And for me,
I want a husband, but I want a husband who we live the same lives.
Together all the time.
We live, no, we don't have to live like.
Right.
You know, but like at the end of the day, we both come home to the same bed every night.
And see, period. Like, I'm happy with my space. And then also too, you know, but like on downtime and time off, then I expect our time to be spent together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if work takes you someplace else and like, you know, and I, for whatever reason, I don't want to move there or, you know, like I can or whatever I've got going on. When you have that time off, I expect you to be coming home. Or, you know, when it's vacation time, I expect us to be planning things to do together, like already in advance so that we already know that we're going to be spending this time together.
Yeah.
You know?
See, that's probably why I stay single, because I'm like, either we're going to be together or I'm going to go do my own thing.
Yeah, see, I'm
there's no in between.
I'm okay with distance.
Yeah, no, there is no in between for me.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's funny, like in my life, I've never met anyone in my life to where I wanted to be around them all the time.
Well, I'm not.
Like a guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm very independent. I still like having my girlfriend time and my.
Right.
But when it comes to it's time to go to bed, we're gonna be in the same bed at night.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would love to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see you every night. You know what I mean? But I'm okay, like, if we don't, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just like, I like my stuff too much. Yeah, I really do. Like, I once dated this guy one time or whatever, right? And he's, like, over at the house, and, like, he took his shoes off, and he left them in the middle of the floor, and I was thinking to myself, like, dude, this ain't gonna work. Because your shoes are in the middle of my floor. Like, can I do this long term if you leave your shoes right there? Thinking like,
well, no, then you just communicate that.
I'm like, dude, like, I don't want to communicate it. I don't want to tell you to get your shoes out of my living room floor. I would just rather you put your shoes on and go home, and then call me later.
No. I'm gonna tell you.
Like that's how I am.
I do like.
I like being in a relationship. I like having, you know, a spouse or a boyfriend, or being with someone that I can call like mine, but I don't have to have them there 24/7. I don't.
Yeah. No, not 24/7. Just when it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
So you're tuned into Life Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
And we are almost out of time, but we're going to jump into Chivalry 101. Is chivalry dead? This is kind of an etiquette time. So, being timely. I think this is an issue for a lot of guys, and this is pardon my French, this is a bitch quality.
Yeah, and when we say being timely, we don't mean being on time for dates. I mean that's a given. Sometimes I'm late though,
but we're girls.
But no. Sometimes there are things and circumstances out of your control to where they're going to cause you to run late. But when we mean by being timely, is if you say you're going to do something, or we make plans, you say, hey, I want to come over at a reasonable amount of time. Don't make it be like hours and hours.
Or if
later.
you say we're gonna get together at a certain time.
Right.
We're gonna go out at a certain time. We're gonna go do something at a certain time. I'm gonna be at your house at a certain time. When you make plans with a girl, a woman, a female, at a certain time, within that time period.
Yeah, materialize those plans. Do it.
Yes, or cancel.
Yeah.
Don't hold her up.
Exactly. Because my life is not on hold for you.
Yes.
I've got other things that I could be doing.
Yes, so it's very unchivalrous to make her wait or not be able to do things with other people or not get other things done. Because a lot of times if we are planning to do something with you, we are doing our makeup or our hair, or we've
already committed and allotted our time for you.
Yes, or we've rearranged other plans, or we're not doing the things we could be doing, whether it's cleaning our house or anything.
Right. Or let's say for instance you call and it's 5:30 and you say, hey, do you want to hang out tonight? Right? So you called at 5:30. We expect you to be over at least 6:30, 7 o'clock. We should be meeting to go out, do whatever it is that we're going to do. 2 hours later, you should not still be getting yourself together or running this errand and doing that thing and then saying, hey, you cancel. Don't hold us up the entire night, because actually what that is, it's very selfish to let the clock tick by, and you still want our time even though it's getting later and later and later in the evening.
Yes, very selfish.
Yeah, so, be timely. If you ask someone out, don't just leave it in the air.
No, and leave us wondering.
Yes.
Because we also don't want to be naggy.
Right.
We want to still be respectful of you and respectful of your space. So that we don't end up being one of those naggy women or, annoying women. So if you don't want us to be one of them, then
yeah, be timely.
Yes.
Do what you say you're going to do.
Yes.
In a timely manner.
Yes.
Timely fashion. Yes.
What is that saying? Doing what you say you're going to say what you
mean, do what you say.
Yes.
Yes.
That is chivalrous.
Yes, it is.
So, you are tuned into Life Uncensored. I'm Skylar Dawn.
I'm Sean Reeves.
Follow us. Go to YouTube, Skylar Dawn, youtube.com, Skylar Dawn. Hit the subscribe button. Go over there, hit that subscribe button, and tune in every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We will be here, Life Uncensored. And I'm going to try to get her out to do some events with me. This weekend is Trade Day weekend. We'll be doing a lot of Trade Day stuff. You'll see me and Zeke out. Maybe I'll get Sean to come out for some stuff. It's not really her typical scene, but maybe I can get her out to some stuff. And on Sunday, I will be I'll have all the information on skylardon.com on my Facebook. I'll also post it on my Instagram. I will be on another talk show, and we'll be talking about relationships, dating, or hooking up. So it should be a very interesting show, and that will be on Sunday at 5 p.m.
Okay, what show is it?
There's actually there's room in the audience too. I don't know if there's still room in the audience, but there was room in the audience. If anyone wants to come and be in the audience, the show is called Your Voice Talk Show. It's part 2, relationship or hookup, and it will be at 5 p.m. this Sunday. You can watch it on Facebook Live, or they do have a live audience if anyone wants to come.
That's cool.
But it is a limited audience, so you have to RSVP for that. The information's on my Facebook, skyladon.com. And then Monday is Tray Day, so we'll be out there, me and Zeke, from 3 to 8 p.m. at Waterworks Park. So tune in next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Thank you guys for the love and support. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.